to, say, copyright music, striking your VOD, making it you have to take it down. You have, like, you know, potential scenes that could get your channel banned and stuff like that that could pop up that you're unaware of and stuff. There's a lot more risk to it, you know, if, you know, you haven't actually checked a game and stuff or seen much about it. It's a thing, which makes it really hard to, like, risk playing new games and stuff. And as a VTuber, I've got the added risk of I'm an anime girl on the internet, so, you know, Twitch isn't super favorable with that. So I try not to kick the bucket with that one, you know, because, like, I already like run the risks of anything just existing. Pillar masterwork, I will sell that because I kind of want to get rid of all the pillars and stuff. Got 15 is a lot. Probably going to do W2 door kickers and No Man's Sky rotation. Oh yeah, No Man's Sky is pretty popular. Like, the people that enjoy the game, love the game, right? I'm not a super huge fan of it, but I'm aware that, like, a lot of people like it and stuff. So yeah, it's one of those ones, kind of like with, what is it, Subnautica and Satisfactory, where the people that love it are hardcore loving the game kind of thing. So it's a very, very intense kind of, what do you call it, community and stuff. Check it out on YouTube, or when I'm going to play it. Interested, but 15 games is already a lot. So the thing is, I don't have a lot of games, right? I probably have, like, at most I maybe have like 20 odd games, right? Give or take. Maybe a little bit more if I count the ones that I have but haven't played and stuff. But I'm currently already kind of, like, cycling through a bunch. I'm specifically cycling through the older games because there is a chance that they may not work on future versions of Windows and stuff. Like, for instance, Deer Hunter Trophy Buck doesn't work. Fuzzy's Golf no longer works. Diablo 2, my Diablo 2 from all the previous like copy and paste across computers and stuff doesn't load in to the game. Like, I can load into the menu and I can see my characters, but I can't load into my game and stuff. So I know, like, as Windows continues to update and shit, I'm gonna keep losing my access to my older shit. And I probably don't have the CDs for a lot of these things, but even if I did, I don't have a CD player, you know? And some of these things you just can't get anymore. Like Unreal Tournament, for one. You cannot get that anymore, but I still have it. So I enjoy playing it. I enjoy playing it a very specific way, but yeah, I'll play it whenever I get a chance. Like, that's on my random games list, and I've got all sorts of other shit on there, like Need for Speed Underground 2. I'm still playing that. It crashes sometimes, but it's probably more like, I don't know, it's still holding its own. I think it's doing alright. Also, welcome in, Washington. That's a lot of rice. What do you mean that's a lot of rice? I don't have, oh, actually, I was like, I don't have rice. I'm like, wait a minute. You know, I got rice. We have rice. That reminds me too. How's my caravan of people? Are they in hospital? No? Okay, but none of that group's injured. Yeah, what are you up to today? The other caravan. Let's check out your people. Most of them are up here. Everybody in the caravan's good. Alright. Let's go find Labia for this group. And let's not send them off the map like before. Where is Labia? She'll be around here somewhere. I don't think she went back to sleep or anything. Lincoln isn't that good at trading. Oh. Yeah, it's a shame, like, corpsey and stuff aren't as good. Lasagna's definitely not that great. I gotta remember that. I should really check on, like, Viper and crap. if I see them around the base, I'll check them. Currently actively looking for somebody to go do a trade, so I saw somebody with an L. That's somebody else. Alright. I also keep seeing my medics and I'm like, oh no, they can, and I'm like, wait, that's a medic, not somebody that can do talking. I'm guessing they're like up in here. There's Lasagna. I don't want Lagrandia. No, not strong enough. There's Vulture. Hold on. Yeah, you're a 13. Mind you, Labia's a 14, so I still want to find her. If I can find her, I'll send it down. Something broke. Hold on. Something had to go boom. That's fine. I don't have a 5-phone popper down here for some reason. I will have to get these solar lights back on though. That crop though, really not. I gotta go around and turn all my solar lights back on. How many points do you have? I've been barely able to keep 4 alive, mainly because I don't do a good job of making prison cells to recruit. Didn't think the game could run so many. Yeah, so I'm running pretty much core game. I've only got 6 DLC, fucking 6 mods, no DLCs. I do have the name in game one though. And yeah, nothing, no performance mods or anything like that. This game's been going for like over 2 years IRL at this point. And so far 3 versions, will be 4 soon. But as for like how many I've got 282 and 2 prisoners currently. I use mostly shock lances to take people. There's keys. Hold on, not you, mate. Keys. Have you got? You do. No medicine. Cool. All right, that's one. So basically, I'm also running a no drugs colony as well. So when somebody has like drugs or like goes ballistic and berserk or slaughter or whatever, I slowly removed their life privileges. But I caught this guy having drugs as a chemical interest, so I just full wiped his medical privileges. He'll die if we go into another battle. There's Labia. Mate, I've been looking for you. I got a caravan over here. But yeah, I strongly recommend shock lances. They're kind of a really good way to steal people with like minimal damages. You do get like brain burn scars and stuff, but it's fine. You know, I have maybe 200 games. All right. Yeah, that's kind of normal though. I find like most people have like a shit ton of games and then get like, you know, the, what do you call it? Like decision paralysis, trying to choose what game to play when they have free time and stuff. See, the thing is, because like when I moved out of home and bought a house, right, I didn't have money for a long time. So I kept playing the same games that I had from like 20 years ago. I played them for like, you know, a decade or so because I couldn't afford to just get new games. So I just didn't look at new games, right? And that's why like I'm still playing the older games and stuff. That's also why I don't have a fuck ton of games and stuff. And it's just how I've existed in crap. Whereas now I still don't have money to just like randomly buy games. But I have got like a little bit more variety and stuff. Usually if I see a game and I like it, it's normally got like some aspect of like visuals that are good, and it's the mechanic that I enjoy about the game more so than anything. Oh yeah. I assume some people got up out of hospital to come and do this. And this is why I wasn't so worried about it. Although they will have to rebuild that. They'll do better to do that at night when nobody's in there. And my grow rooms up the top need to be activated too. I don't have roofs on these areas during summer. Winter, I put the roofs back on and we turn it back into like grow lights and stuff. So it conserves like battery power for a while. I have like the power grid divided. I wanted it to be on a quarter. I wanted to have like a quarter system in this like quad grid, but I have like the majority of my geothermals down here, and I have like one up here and none on this side, and a really limited amount of space that I can work with. That one doesn't look like that's connected. No, it's fine. Also, I pulled out a whole bunch of my turrets last week from here. So I'm really hoping I don't get attacked because I'm slowly putting them into a caravan. I also want to pull up my wind turbines. Obviously, I don't get to keep those, but I should be able to get rid of them. So let's just can't follow, enjoy. Was it? Well, I can't enjoy some go juice. No, nobody can even enjoy ambrosia or beer or nothing like that. No psych tea, nothing. Just 0 drugs. It makes some things really difficult, especially like recreation aspects can be really hard. They are allowed chocolate for recreation purposes. That's it. I would argue that that's not really even like a drug and shit. Plus the other thing too is we were growing it, but like our animals keep eating it. So that is a bit of a problem we've got. I could do with meat. I don't really need potatoes. I do need chemfuel. I want to start stockpiling that. Although, as you guys may have seen, probably not since I only just posted like right before I went live, but in Discord in the RimWorld channel, I did post an image where I was testing 1.6 unstable, and it was showing how much it was impacting because my mods don't work on like the new version and shit, right? So, but I'll show you in a second my like history and where it kind of correlates, there we go, English, to it. So this chronologically. Yeah, sure. No beer. I don't need the cloth veil. I do need to sell clothes. So I managed to move my colony close to a landed ship on my game. My process was one of the caravans stops the game, lost my medicine components, so we're as primitive as can be for now. Oh yeah. One of the caravan stops the game, lost my medicine and components. Oh my god. That would genuinely suck. So I've been slowly moving across the map towards the landed ship quest. That's where we're headed. I'm trying to take an army of about 250 people, give or take to that. And it's taken a while. And we've had some major setbacks. I'll go into my stats thing in a second. I'll sort of show you. I just want to make sure I absolutely bleed these people dry and get my shit out of my inventory. That's kind of the purpose. I have a lot of crap down in here, so I want to sell it. I don't need to keep these. I was trying for a while not to sell off clothes and stuff, but I still have 42 people in tattered apparel. That one's actually good. Yeah. Pretty much anything that's like good quality and above that doesn't have a percentage slapped on it, I will keep if I see it. But anything that's got a percentage, even in a stack, I don't want it. They won't wear it. But we do need some warm stuff because we're about to hit winter. Like literally we're on the cusp of winter. It doesn't snow on this part of the map, but it doesn't stop them from like, you know, potentially hypothermia and crap. So, alright. Still got like 2,000 there. I did lift up one of the good beds out of the hospital, prison, whatever. It's all the clothes. I didn't buy any books. I could buy books. Like this is only cost me like 2,000. I still have 10,000 in cloth, which I haven't made into medical stuff yet. I've bought all the food. I could buy the alpacas to slaughter. I might buy the alpacas to slaughter. I'll take a hit with the money. You're right. I don't mind so long as I can sell shit. I don't know about the other traders. Where did Labia go in here? There you are. Okay, B, do you mind just telling them to leave? Hold on. B, come here. Yeah, dismiss those, please. I'll have to send somebody out for the meat. But I've got like I've got 2 traders coming. Moved 4 people since my stat situation wasn't very good. Made it there only slightly malnourished. One of them got plagued and it's almost like starting a new tribal game. right next to a ship. See, I haven't got to a landed ship so far, and as long as nobody, like, does any spoilers and shit for it, like, I don't mind, like, talking about it and shit. But, yeah, I would like to get there and see if I could get my original people off the world. That would be pretty cool. Like, obviously, if they fail, then, that kind of sucks. I would start again from the very beginning, and go again kind of thing. Like, I wouldn't just, like, move on and do something else. I'd be like, yeah, no, we're going again. Like, it may take a few more years or whatever. Like, I'm expecting this run to take, like, 5 years. Probably, give or take, if it doesn't die off. Mind you, if it dies off, it will have gone down in absolute flames with me trying as hard as physically possible to prevent it from dying. Because, like, I save and try again and stuff, you know. So, like with before, when I lost both the chem reactor and my trader, and I'm like, I need them. So I just kind of rolled back and tried it again, and we got the combat supplier again, which was really lucky. I saw Labia came inside a moment ago. There she is. I don't mean to keep you awake, but I need you to trade. And these guys are going to come in here. This will be great. Go trade with them. When you're done, tell them to go, because I have, like, enemies coming onto the map for them. So I don't want to risk that. Already complete. Is it completely the Zeus' ship? Is it Thor's? I don't fucking know. My colony. All the original colonists gone. Oh yeah. Nice. Well, so far... So, the big thing I was kind of, like, talking about earlier with this is that this is kind of where we were when 1.5 updated. When 1.5 updated, I am pretty sure that the mod that allows me to do deep stacks, which is like, you know, the stack of 1,000 to 10,000 and stuff like that, those, that wasn't working. And all the stacks that were greater than 1,000 instantly just removed off my map, which is why we dropped so much wealth so immediately. And I either didn't notice or I couldn't do anything about it. One of the two. This time I ran a test, which you guys will see in the RimWorld channel and Discord, where I ran it for a short period of time to see what would happen. And it did the exact same thing. So I'm hoping that the Deep Stacks mod updates before 1.6, or I'll have to delay the update, which is annoying because we're also prepping to move at the moment. So, which we were supposed to, like, basically move last week. I had a place ready to go. We were set to go. And then I heard, like, the notification of the game version and stuff, and had to completely, like, side rail that because the new version changes the maps completely. So the one that I had, like, identified that we want to move to isn't viable anymore. I can't use it, so I have to find something else. So it's taking a while at the moment. I also need these chemfuels made, so pretty sure chimpanzee's probably asleep. One buried, one kidnapped. What? One buried, one kidnapped, one left out in the woods and eaten by various animals. Jesus. I don't end up burying a vine. But yeah, disposing the corpse in a way. 1.6 changed the map. So it adds more natural curvature and pathing and unique shapes of rocks and stuff. So for instance, if you have a stream on your map, the stream no longer is just like water to like a mountainous wall. For instance, it carves out a path and it has like fertile grass and stuff, like fertile land next to it and stuff. Rocks are more unique shapes. Like the marshy, like wetland stuff that you can't build on is different. There's a bunch of different stuff with it. But it completely changed like a map. For instance, if you were to have like a river going across the map and it was, say, a straight line or a diagonal, it would suddenly be like a huge S or like a lazy sweeping S across like the center of the screen instead. So it changes a fair bit. I don't want to buy herbal medicine. If it's significant enough, I'll start a new game instead of continuing my old game. So it doesn't change your existing map that you're on, like the tile that you are actively on. It doesn't change that. It changes the new ones that you're going to. So I did obviously test that because I wanted to know what the fuck it would do with my game, because my game's been running for so long and it will run for so long. So if I was to settle my current location into a new location, and then the game was to update, it would not change those two tile maps, but there's a pretty significant like lag to those maps. And like it's supposed to have like a performance boost, but it basically kind of destroys it if you have like an existing map, for instance like mine, because there's a lot of things on that has to update. So if you imagine like an average colony has between 1 and 20 odd colonists, right? There's only like 20 odd people and maybe 10, 15 animals that it has to update on that map. Like for instance, birds fly and stuff. And I happen to have, 82 chickens and 75 ducks. That's a lot to update. Plus new art and stuff for everything. New art for every single animal and person on the map. When you do a caravan, or if you're trying to do like before with the sail and stuff, like a lot of the things are zoomed in and stuff. Like lots of little changes. And because my stuff's been going for so long and I have so fucking much, like think about it like this, I've got like basically 280 odd people, but I've got like 500 odd animals. So I've got about 700 odd moving people, creatures across my map. Plus then I've got like inanimate objects, buildings and stuff. The textures all update. And then you've also got like the various land textures and stuff. Like for instance, water will have reflecting the sky and ripples when your person moves through it and stuff. So it's like constantly shimmering. So instead of that being a stagnant flat image that's got like the tiniest amount of pixels, like you guys probably can't even see them moving. But like I also have like plants have sway, which you can see on these little like daisy things here, right? Or dandelions or whatever. You can see them kind of just moving. So all of this suddenly becomes moving as well. So it also like slows down all that shit too. Prison break, huh? And Kit Kat, I'll get you to go stand outside. This will be interesting. Let's get... I don't really need everybody for this, but I mean, if everybody wants to be here, by all means. Actually, hold on, before I do that, let's get everybody's animals involved. I'll turn everybody's guns off and we'll get the animals involved on this. My animals should be able to take them down in a non-violent way. It just depends on if somebody else walks by and smacks them. In which case, like, RIP my fucking prisoners. To be fair, I took these guys as kind of like, because I could. I don't need them. So, like, they were downed and they weren't super loyal, so I took them. So if they die, I don't really care too much, you know. Calling it over 100 troops to suppress... It's only 2 prisoners, it's not 3. Over-exaggerating there. Now, I'm mostly calling in the animals. I've got, like, fuck knows how many bonded attack animals. So I'd rather them do the fight. But finding each one individually will take a while. You know, I actually... Oh, that's right, prison break, they're just allowed to walk out and stuff. Bubba's gonna fight. Okay, yeah, cool, sweet. I don't have to do anything. I love this. We don't want Bubba to die, though, because Bubba's a legacy panther. He's one of the originals, so... Who's got the gun? Abba. fuck's sake. Walk over there. Go for a walk. You're gonna shoot a panther. You've shot a panther and a muffalo, which honestly, a little surprised that one was getting in on that. But okay. Its tail got destroyed. Otherwise, right. I love that Bren just came in here. Bren has like got to be one of my most casually violent colonists. He'll just walk in and smack somebody upside the head like it's his fucking business to do so. I don't want to capture her. I just want to take her to a bed. She's got 6 hours. I also don't know. I'm guessing they must have taken Psych T before they started, and I'm really surprised that she's not in withdrawals. And she's got 6 hours. Salinus has got 6 hours. That'd be right. I don't have any of his original limbs left. That's a good question. Oh, there he is. Hold on. Bren, mate. He's got some. He has some. He has a nose. And organs. That's more than most of my colonists have. We're actively reinstalling stuff on people at the moment. The biggest thing that most of my colonists don't have is eyes. So we're working on that. A nose and one leg, but not for lack of trying. Look, he knows his business. Terrible pun, I'm sorry. He kept his nose out of the situation. I'll stop. I'll leave. Actually, I'll leave. You guys can like... No, actually, I don't want anybody to run the stream. I was going to say, I'm like, somebody else could run the stream, but it's like, no. You guys go and trade with them. And then... Yeah, cool. Alright. I still got to get somebody out here to pick up all the stuff. Replacing broken components. That's fine. Hey, Octopus, mate. Can I get you to bring... You won't do hauling. Nitro doesn't do hauling, as might. Rourke's bringing it in. So bringing it in. Yeah, haul that. And Silverware should, but she's resting, so... When she's done resting, she can haul that. And Pigeon, when they're done resting, they can bring the chocolate in. Otherwise, my guinea pigs are going to eat it. I know people go after the components because they're always fucking needed. Yeah, but anyway, this screen and stuff. So everything's kind of like zoomed in a bit and shit. Which is not currently because I'm on like the 1.5 and stuff. But yeah, if you have a current existing map save, it shouldn't change it. But if you start a new game or if you move to a new tile, expect it to be different. In my case, it only matters because I had identified where I wanted to move to. And for a colony of this size, it's really important that I like pre-vet a new location before we move. Because I can't just risk like turning up and it being like completely practical, you know. But yeah. All I found was like the place that I had ready to go wasn't suitable after I rechecked it. I don't want to keep selling you guys wood, but I did say if I can sell some wood, I will. I want to give you all of that. I think 6,000 would be too much as well. Actually, hold on. Because I want to turn a lot of this into chemfuel as well. Alright. Well, they've been just... I love how they're, like, not even in here yet, but off they go. Alright, that is 3 traders, an infestation attack, and a prison break. Cool beans. Now I just got to make sure that the people in the caravan aren't hurt. Bubba's being tended to. Where's Bubba? There's Croquette. Bubba's got to be one of these. There's Bubba. Hold on. Bubba's doing good. Bubba's doing alright. The other Panthers, Lottie, no, they're all sweet. And Remington. Remington's been in a lot of battles lately, actually. Like, go him. You lot, I need you guys to keep doing what she's doing. These go. And I gotta check to make sure that these guys are back to reduced resistance. Cool. Alright, so they're all good. I haven't checked on the caravan people yet, and then I've got to check on the I got to check on the biofuel reactor that I'm trying to make. A biofuel thing. I don't know. I actually haven't made one before, and I'm just Not really sure why. I think previously I just never really made enough wood for it, maybe? Okay, all my caravan people are good. People in here aren't great. But they're doing fine. I'm not going to check on them. They're fine. This is what I'm trying to get made. I want chemfuel and a large supply of it because I've got like 20-odd thousand wood because I just sold a shit ton of it. But I've got like 26,000 wood, right? We just sold 10 grand wood. And I can make a lot of transport pod fuel with that. There's a chimpanzee. Which one are you? You're the other one. Okay, where's the one I want? He's probably asleep at this hour. Let me just see where he is, because actually Lincoln might be able to do it. Lincoln's a night timer. Lincoln, mate, what are you up to? Yeah, fuck it, you can do it. You're tending to Lottie. I'll let you tend to Lottie, and then you can come and work on this, and I'll find somebody else to work on the other one. I'm sure... no, silverware's asleep. If it's not silverware, it's... What's the other one? I have two with a similar name. The fuck is the other one?